What's going on, guys? Thanks for your time and watching. This is Baro, aka Invest Mentor. Thanks for your time and watching. It's another Friday. Thanks God, it's Friday again, and I hope all of you have enjoyed the week and you know, work hard and play hard. It's Friday. You know, it's the weekend is coming up, and I also hope you will have a nice weekend. And yeah, it's August 13th, Friday. August 13th, Friday. And yesterday, like we have about like 8 minutes before like US stock market open. And yesterday we just have another US stock record high with the, specific focus on Dow Jones Industrial Average Index. The index just got another record high because of the, you know, just the good economic data in the US, and also you know, the Biden government's like you know, stimulus plan, the 1.5 trillion bill for those like infrastructure for like a renewable energy and all that. And we have a lot of like the some of the corporate earning this week about like we have NEO's like new like financial report, and we have the IPO like Chinese stock about like the Li Auto. So like obviously the US stock market, the US stock investor are still like, you know, just like as high as they never been, and we never been. And it's just like, but is the market just like keep going up? Like probably not, right? So today I'm you know, I'm like sharing some article that I thought I found interesting and important, and I also put this article links in the descriptional box down below this video. So please check into that when you have time. And yeah, and also please also hit the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate that. And also like you know, during the live stream or after the live stream, please leave some of your comments, thoughts, questions, so we can discuss further. Okay. And yeah, and also what will be the major topic I'm going to discuss other than US stock record high? As you can see on my like on my like the cover, you know, of the live stream, and the title of the live stream, I'm also gonna talk a little bit about the some of the Chinese stock. Okay, China. Okay, the top enemy of Trump, of like Biden, of like a lot of the American politician. Okay, about Chinese stock, and about like but why we're gonna talk about Chinese stock? Because like, as most of you may have known, that like a lot of like Chinese stock, especially in the tech sectors, in educational sectors, have been pulling back like really hard in the past couple months, and from like 20 to even 50%. Okay, so that's a massive correction. That's a massive stock crash. Okay, and what happened? Why is that? Because of a series of China crackdown in technology and educational sectors, and we're gonna find out some insights from there. Okay, and these insights are not only, I mean, of course I'm gonna share some thoughts and the things I heard from my connection in Hong Kong, in Wall Street, but we're still gonna I mean, all of this just based on I mean all the facts and the information going on in around the globe. Okay, in China market, in Hong Kong market, in the US market. And like as usual, once again I have to say, I'm not a licensed financial advisor, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not nor an accountant, so everything said and produced in the video or on the channel Borrow Investment Tool are simply and purely for educational, informational, and entertaining purpose only, without any financial advice. So please always do your own investment research and due diligence for, I mean, and to be responsible for your own trading and investment, please. Okay, so yeah, let's start from the chat here. Okay, so yeah, thanks for all the audience here. Like, good morning to the American and good evening to the Asian. Okay, it's nighttime in Asia market right now. So yeah, okay. So yeah, happy Friday, and Jiggly Boo, tell us how to put stop limit order. You're not getting filled on mRNA. Yeah. Okay, let's try to see what's going on for mRNA a little bit later. Also TSM and YOLO ADM. Okay, talk more about Chinese stocks. Yeah, I mean, the major focus today will probably on Chinese stock, and hopefully we will have more relevance. We will have more relevance for the discussion. But I will still try my best to cover most of the question and tickers asked, mentioned in the chat room here, and also people in Ipoi is asking about Neo and Tesla. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, let's start from the from why US China, I mean US stock market yesterday just had another record high. Okay, so US stock, Dow Jones, S&P 500 hit record high as inflation growth slows, and also as you can see by the news, like the Biden government's like stimulus plan in infrastructure is sending out $1 trillion into the market. So especially, I mean, that will just I mean impact the blue chip company in Dow Jones Industrial Average Index directly. So that's why. Okay. But before besides that, we're gonna talk about like recently. Okay, recently, everyone knows that like it was, I mean, in the past half a year or past couple of months, it was a disaster in Chinese stock market. Okay, even for those like Chinese stock like listed in the US stock market. Okay, but so in this article, I mean, like Barron's. Okay, so according to Morgan Stanley, okay, what's behind China crackdowns? Morgan Stanley has an answer. Okay, the financial damage from, let's just read through the brief intro of this article. It's good enough. The financial damage from Chinese government's crackdown on the industries such as education and technology is clear. Some estimate put it at more than $1 trillion of market value. The value, 1 trillion, just wiped out in the past couple months from Chinese stock. But what Beijing hopes to achieve is a separate question. common prosperity. What's common prosperity? Because like Chinese, I mean like China is like a socialism country, right? It's a communist country. The common prosperity. So that the system, the thing they are going after is quite different from what the capitalist system, what the people in capitalist system are looking after from, you know. So that's why there's a dispute between China and the US. Okay, so common prosperity. Okay, could be the answer. Stanley says, according to Morgan Stanley, the aim is to fight rising income inequality and encourage consumption, making possible more economic growth. Okay, so that's what that's I mean that's a response for I mean the information Morgan Stanley found from what Chinese government had been doing, because the government is trying to fight income inequality. Okay, they want to make everyone to be equally wealthy, equally fortunate to enjoy the life in the country. Okay, so that's why they set up a lot of, like they have a lot of crackdown restriction in the past couple of months for those tech giants, for those education a company. Okay, so well actually of course there I mean different bank, different analysts would look at things from different aspect, will have different comments, and this is just a brief nutshell. And like later on in the I mean in today's live stream in the future, if we have enough time, we will dig into more insight, okay, to help you. Because I mean I understand that I mean a lot of I mean other than Chinese people, I mean I think a lot of people from the US, from some other country in the world have a lot of bias, have a lot of anger, hatred against China government, the Communist Party of China, right? But we're not gonna be like political here, because this channel is just you know, for trading and investment, right? We're talking about financial and trading investment things. So we are kind of neutral, or I mean we're like a politically neutral. Okay, we just hope to have a better life, to make some money, to make some profit by trading and investment, right? So but the thing is like a lot of questions are about like, is are Chinese stocks, or I mean good to buy, or we have to stay away from Chinese stock. So that's the major topic we're gonna talk today. Okay. I also have an article from like the Investor Business Daily about 5 best Chinese stock to buy and watch as Beijing crackdown continue. And IBD, Investor Business Daily, is one of the popular business article, the business news platform, and they kind of like issue the topic about 5 best Chinese stock to buy and watch every day. They update that on that every day. So I also put the link in the description box. So later on, if you have time, you can check into that. Like recently, they talk about after, I mean, despite the China crackdown, what would be some like good Chinese stock to look after in the internet sector, in the tech sector, in the like you know, EV, in the electric vehicle sector, those like major Chinese EV company. I mean, who are the top competitor to Tesla actually, because Tesla is also trying to expand the market in China right now. So actually, China is becoming a Chinese concept stock right now, because a big market. I mean, a big. I mean, there is a big share of the revenue of Tesla right now is from China. It's from Chinese market. Okay, so okay, so it's also in this article you can also see some like the good company to invest and trade from financial sectors, and you know, and all that. but because the time is limited, so later on, I will try to today I will try to cover as many as these like internet stuff first, okay? Because these internet stock, these e-commerce stocks, just I mean, kind of like, mm, mm, I mean, account for a bigger part of the economic activity and the growth power of Chinese economy nowadays, and then indirectly influencing a lot of the other country, of course, like US, right? Okay, guys. So, what are we looking today? We're looking at, yeah, we're checking to some like Chinese stock, okay? Because of China crackdown, the Chinese stock just like pull back, crash, correction, very terrible correction in the past couple of months. So today we're gonna find out. I mean, like some of the major Chinese stocks, some of the, I mean, should we just get away from them? Should we just like sell them, or it's actually a good timing for buying a dip? Okay. AMC. Yeah, we will, when we have time, we'll come back for AMC. Okay. So yeah, Baidu Chinese? Yeah, Baidu is like a Chinese Google. Okay. So as you can see in the list here, like Alibaba, everyone know. Like actually, Alibaba, JD.com, Pinduoduo, and the VIP shop are kind of something like Amazon, like Chinese version of Amazon, but they focus in different areas of online shopping. They focus in different areas of e-commerce. Okay, Alibaba is more general to cover everything, as well as JD.com. Okay, so they are competing with each other. Okay, so and Pinduoduo is more like focusing on the the less expensive, the cheap products, and the VIP shop is focused more on the luxurious things, like with good discount and something like that. And Tencent is just like the mm, Tencent. Everyone know WeChat, right? WeChat is the major like mobile app, like communication app, like every Chinese is using. Okay, so and Trump was trying to like ban like WeChat in the US. Okay, and Baidu, yeah, Baidu is obviously the Chinese version of Google. Okay, and NetEase is also, it's an internet company. It's also, NetEase also has a search engine, and I mean internet search engine, and also but it focused more on the gaming industry, the Chinese gaming industry for internet gaming, or like mobile gaming and all that. And Trip.com like earlier was an American company, but like in past few years, like it was acquired by the Chinese shareholder, become a China owned company, Trip.com. Okay, so it has a website. It also is e-commerce for people to buy air ticket, to schedule their trip, to travel and all that. And Dada Nexus is is a delivery, is a shipping company of JD.com. Okay, so that's just subsidiary of JD.com. Okay, so Bilibili also is another like gaming internet search engine company, which is very big. So let's try to look into some of the I mean, very simple, like audience friendly facts to see it, like what's going on for the stock. Okay, so yeah, before getting to some like technical analysis, let's have a music back on, and yeah, I'll be right. Yeah, sorry for the pause. And yeah, so what's the question we have here? Yeah, Baidu and I'm your mom. Okay, so who are you? You're my mom, and bought a few Chinese stock. Like what's the Chinese stock you bought, my mom? And they are massively undervalued. Yeah, how do you, yeah, how do you know? That's the thing I was going to talk. EDU and MOHO are my top picks. Oh, I haven't. Yeah, to be honest, I haven't. Thanks for your sharing about like EDU and MOHO. I haven't got a chance to. To research into these two ticker, but I will do some research over that, and we can talk more on that. Okay. And Chinese already copy everything. Yeah, a lot of people say like China's copy. That's how like like China's economy is growing, right? The big part of the Chinese economy growth is from copying, right? This manufacturing, right? So yeah, but what can we do? Yeah, what are we gonna do? Is it's gonna be more political. Like once again, we will talk about like the trading investment, right? We're just trying to find like money making and profit taking rooms from these Chinese stock. Right? So Chinese authority wasteland. Thanks for coming again. Chinese authority foresee what will happen to stock market and burst the bubble first. I bet USA stock bubble will be next. Oh, yeah, wasteland. You kind of like summary all the things that all the things like the major concept I'm trying to discuss today, right? How do you know like wasteland? What's your thoughts? I'm really interested. How would you like see the facts like so clearly? Because I think a lot of people. A lot of investors are just thinking Chinese government are stupid, brainless to make all the crackdown but you think like Chinese government authority just foresee what will happen to the stock market, so they just like burst the bubble first, right? They don't follow the hype. They don't follow the drug hype, the money printing hype of US stock market as what German and the French stock market are doing right now, right? I think like Korea, if you look into the major stock market indices, right, you can see like right now I'm in Taipei, Taiwan, and the Taiwan stock market was following the hype of the US stock market hype, but recently in the past two months. Taiwanese seems to be calming down. Maybe also because of the coronavirus spreading here in Taiwan. So the Taiwan stock market couldn't have like keep having like the record higher and higher. And also, but also it's also the same thing for like Japanese stock market and Korean stock market. Japan and Korea stock market have been like in a consolidation since for the entire 2021, partially because of COVID-19 spreading, and I think like partially because of the change in opinion and the government policy to influence the market. Okay. Yeah, JD's enjoy your bag. Which Chinese stock can buy? Yeah, actually, as you can see from the screen, I think we're going to talk. Have some like facts, like a technical analysis, some information about these Chinese internet stock, all the Chinese major internet stocks here, and I think like probably like 70-80% of them are really great bet, really great play, really like super worth every one of us buying, no matter for trading or investment. We will see why. Okay, so yeah, so Baidu. Yeah, so let's go through like why we wanna just talk about the internet stock first, okay? Because as you can see, as the world's largest internet market, it's no surprise to see big growth from China stocks focusing on e-commerce, messaging, or mobile gaming. Notable Chinese internet stocks include a list here. So let's go from the biggest one, Alibaba. Okay, Alibaba is the ticker we talk about. Alibaba is okay. For now, I mean, like in the live stream last time, we just had we talk a little bit about Alibaba. We look from the monthly chart to see the long-term trend, and we say it just like broke down below the you know, the upward slope here, the support, and it's still, I mean, it seems to be like broken down, continuously broken down the next support as the what the price going on right now for today. So yeah, the US stock market just opened. Let's see what's going on for there. A minute. Okay, so after the record high from yesterday, the US stock market just the market just opened for about like 18 minutes, and it's not like moving too much. S&P 500 is up for about like 0.15%, and Dow Jones Industrial Average is up for about 0.26% as the strongest index mover today, and Nasdaq is up for about 0.05% instead of 4%. And the so let's come back to the chart about like Alibaba. So I mean Alibaba, because as you can see, the daily candlestick today right now just had a breakdown, has a breakdown below the short-term support level, which is drawn here as a horizontal line at about like $189. So for short-term trading, okay, for short-term trading, I'm gonna have a stop loss, a temporary stop loss right now. If it stay below, if the price stay below 189, I will have a temporary stop loss, because like according to my beloved trader friend, no one will never know, I mean, if it's gonna be a single dip, or if it's gonna be a dip of a dip, or it's gonna be a dip of a dip of a dip, or it's gonna be a dip of a dip of a dip, right? So I mean, we always have a very wise and disciplined stop loss for trading setup for short-term trading. So this is how I have to make a stop loss based on the technical analysis, based on the, but once he like, I mean, because day trading, I mean, we change the support and resistance. We make a change of opinion of the support and resistance based on some facts from technical analysis and also from fundamental analysis, day after day. Okay, even during market, I mean the trading hours. But for now, like for example, if the price like later on come back above like 189, I will just like buying again for the short-term trading, okay? But for long-term investment, for me to long-run investment, for those who are looking to invest in 1 to 3 years at least, I mean, Alibaba is still definitely a good, great target to look after. Why? Because you can see, I mean, this is Weibo, okay? This is American trading system. So you can see like by analysts, like this is there are like based on 51 analysts rating, okay, about like 33% of them is rating for strong buy, and 57% of them is rating for buy. So almost like, I mean, 90% of the analysts is ready to buy Alibaba because it's too much undervalued right now because of the, you know, the temporary white noise to pull back the stocks too hard. Okay, so almost just only just 1 or 2% of the you know, those that rating is saying to sell. It's saying about like underperform. It's not about sell. It's not even a sell. Okay, so and also the information you can, I mean, you always, I mean, for investment research, you always look at information and data from different sources and to make your own conclusion. Okay, but I already checked that. Like later on, you can also check into I mean, like for audience friendly, I like to show you directly the analyst rating on the Weibo trading system, and also I use the TIPRANKS.com because these are free, and you know, a lot of American like investor traders know about this, and so it's you know, it's very user friendly for you. And so what's going on for like for the rating for Alibaba on TipRank? Okay, you can see like no one is selling, as you can see right here, right? The right here, no one is selling, and almost everyone is ready to buy Alibaba, and the upside potential is like 336. Okay, so the current price is what? The current price is 186. The 336, what's the room in the between? It's like 150. It's 150. And what's the 12 months forecast low? I mean, the 12 months forecast low, it's 190. It's even above the current price. What does it mean? It means like just like you can just buy whatever, you know, whatever price. I mean, it's below because like everyone is saying it will be at least worth $190 in the next 12 months, and it could be as high as 336, and the current price is 186. So I mean, what's the reason you don't buy it? Okay, what's the reason you don't trade? Okay, just depend. I mean, the only difference will be the strategy, how you will buy it. Are you gonna do something like trading or investment? You know, what's the amount you're gonna buy? You're gonna buy like month by month, or like week by week, or like, you know, what's the amount you're gonna chip in, like one after another? You know, that's the strategy. We can talk more, but the major thing is this is crazy. Okay, this is crazy. You know, the almost like 80%, almost 70-80% of growth. I mean, in terms of such a huge tech giant, Chinese version of Amazon. Okay, and because of the pullback, that's just you know. Oh, actually, before okay, let's check it. So we have Baba is dropping. Yeah, Baba is dropping, but as just mentioned here, like I'm thinking Baba is definitely good and great for short-term trading, as well as mid to long-run investment. And I mean, just get your money ready and decide your strategy for, I mean, either for trading or investment. Then, you know, and then maybe like leave some of your comments and thoughts in the comment box so we can discuss further. Okay. So someone is asking about Netflix, but actually some like Netflix is great. I mean, has been doing really great, but Netflix, I mean, we won't, I mean, we're not gonna get into details for Netflix, but if you read the news, like a lot of institutional investors and the Cathie just you know, just like you know, kind of like sell the, I mean, just cut the position of Netflix recently because of a lot of reason, and we may not have time to go into that. I mean, for Netflix and Tesla and those like just the American blue chip we'll cover that a little bit later. But today let's focus more on the Chinese internet stock. Okay, so I mean, I guess because like most of the audience from America, so you don't have much idea about the Chinese stock, about the China crackdown I just mentioned. So no, Ebon Ogan. Yeah, I just saw your comment. Cathie Wu always right. You said Cathie Wu always right. Actually, now I mean recently I started having a thought about Cathie Wu. So what's the thought about Cathie Wu? It's like hold on. Let's get ready for the next JD.com. But okay, so what's going on for Cathie Wu, right? Cathie Wu, later on we'll talk about her. Cathie Wu just got cropped, got fooled this year by all the Chinese stock, for all the Chinese stock. Like last year in 2020, Cathie Wu just became the US stock queen of, the female version of Warren Buffett, because he just her like a hedge fund ARKK just had a crazy great like top performance last year, like a couple times to beat like over the the Nasdaq index return last year in 2020. So that's why Cathie will become a queen, a US stock queen last year. But if you have been like following Cathie Wu is actually, her performance was not actually good in the past couple of months. Her performance was dropping, and so we can see a lot of news about like Cathie Wu, about like I also like today we also see the news like Cathie Wu, you can always Google, like you can see Cathie Wu, like what's the stock she buy, what's the stock she sell, because like she disclosed like her holding like every month for her like ARKK funds, so that's what, and she was really good last year, so that's why a lot of people are looking at her, looking after her. But this year she has been not doing quite well, and that made me think like, that's the thing. I mean, I guess like Cathie Wu might be so desperate, so eager to to secure her thorn in the crown, right? To kind of like stabilize her position, because her position is wobbling right now. So you can always like see a lot of the relation Cathie Wu. Okay. Doing. Let's see the article, the real quick here. So as you can see, like Cathie Wu, ARK Invest didn't dump all Chinese stock. Here's what it still owns. Okay, please take a look. Sorry for the pause again. And so as you can see, like, anyway, Cathie Wu was holding, I mean, her holding for Chinese stock was, I mean, somehow like a meaningful a lot as a major part of her position, and but she just like, you know, cut like 90% of her Chinese stock, I mean, shareholding in the past 2 weeks, and but it's not like, as you can see, like Cathie Wu keeps open mind on China shares after dumping them. Okay, so that's the thing. That's the thing. Why? Let's come back to JD account, because as mentioned, if you later on, I'm not sure if we have enough time to go through all the tickers for these major Chinese internet stock, but later on, if you have time, you can check into all the ticker here. They are seriously the top 10, the top 12 like Chinese internet stock, and you can see like almost, I mean, every one of them, every single one of them, just like pull back to be over like 20-30% or even like 50% in just half a year. That's really crazy, right? I mean, can you imagine like Google and Amazon just pull back and drop like over 30-50% in half a year? Probably not, right? But so it's a disaster for these Chinese stocks to a lot of investors. But why I'm still trying to, I mean, promoting them and saying it's a good time to buy, because a lot of time for a lot of the, you know, just beginner investors and traders, we always just follow what the media and what the market saying, and I mean, we always follow the big voice, right? So a lot of time we just like chase the high, and we just stop loss at the bottom, okay? And but actually, I mean, for every experienced like investor and trader, we know like for every sharp, strong crashing correction, it's going to be a good time to buy the dips along the way, or even trying to find a bottom to buy the dips. Okay, I mean, in the contrary, when the market keep like surging crazy, we have to be really careful if we want to buy, you know, if we want to buy a breakout. Okay, and why I'm saying about this, because that's the thing. These days, okay, I've talked to a lot of the connection in Hong Kong from my previous work, from I mean, those like you know, just private equity and hedge fund manager from Hong Kong and Wall Street, and they are, I mean, a lot of those like Chinese owned hedge fund and private equity fund are, I mean, those asset managers are actually quite happy and satisfied with the current crash and pullback of these Chinese stocks, because they are actually buying them. They are actually buying them along the way they pull back, while a lot of the U.S. investor, the, you know, global institution investor and individual investor have been selling this. Okay, and even Cathie Wu just had to have a stop loss, because if you know what those like you know, asset manager and professional trader, professional investor do, I mean, they just need to do a trading setup beforehand for their stop loss and profit taking before they make the trade. So whenever the price like drop below like 30-50%, they cannot just like keep like holding them, you know. That's why Cathie Wu just sold out a lot of her Chinese stock holding, and that's why I thought she just got cropped here. Because of what? Because I think I mean, by the facts. It's not only by my personal thoughts. Okay, by the facts, we're gonna like every single stocks right here probably have a similar pattern like this. Pull back for about like 30-50%, and if you check into the analyst rating, you know, from all type of trading system, from all type of investment research sites, you will see almost like 80-90% of Wall Street analysts is actually rating to buy. Okay, because they're like overly undervalued right now. Okay, so they just have to pick up, and this is just irrational. This is just oversold. This is irrational crash oversold. So if you don't take the chance to buy in right now, it's gonna, I mean, the next month it's gonna be, it won't be too late, but it will be somehow, I mean, late somehow. You know, you may have like less percentage of profit to take. Okay. And yeah, so someone is asking about like who robbing who. Cathie is making so many dumb decisions lately. Yeah, I will agree. Yeah, I will agree. Okay, so 2 need 14 net ever. Need 4. Yeah, Cathie Wu is making so many dumb decisions. I mean, if you check into the online forum, but like and a lot of people talking about like Cathie Wu this year, and I mean, not everyone is actually following her, and some people even do the reverse decision, the reverse decision to invest. I mean, against Cathie Wu's strategy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So NIO, Neo, Didi. Yeah, I think like Neo and Didi are still good to buy, and but we don't. I mean, unfortunately, we don't have like Neo and Didi cover here today because they are not as much as a strong buy compared to all the tickers I just listed here today. Okay, all the ticker here, all the ticker in the trading screen here, I listed. It's a have about like 10, 20, or 30 times of risk multiple you can trade. Okay, why? Let's see what's going on for JD. Okay, as you can see, like JD.com, you can you know, for this type of chart, like it's we can just simply draw like a horizontal line at a non-integral price at 64.99, something like that, and also because of previous high and previous low as a support. And the current price is at $70. And let's see what's going on for the analyst rate. Right. So 32% is rating for strong buy, and 58% is rating for buy. Okay, so that's almost 90% of the analysts is rating to buy. Okay, out of 40 analysts. And what's going on for the TIPRANKS.com for JD? You can see. So you can see it's almost only one is rating to sell, and almost everyone is rating to buy for JD as well here in TIPRANKS.com. And upward, the 12 months upward forecast, I mean the upside forecast is $130, and the downside forecast is $62, and the current price is 70. Okay, so do your calculation. I mean, what's the room between 62 and 70? It's $8. And what's the room between 130 and 70? $60. Right? So the risk and return potential, if you set up a stop loss and profit taking simply by the technical chart, and some of the the price suggested, by the rating in some of the investment research platform, the risk and return potential could be like up to 8 times. Like you use $1 to trade for $8 in just, the next 12 months. So, and I mean, we haven't dived into details of JD.com's profile. It's one of the biggest e-commerce company in China. So, I mean the financial strengths, the business model, and all that. The fundamental analysis is just so strong. That's how all the Wall Street analysts are rating in this way. Okay, and but I mean, we can't even see this type of risk and return potential from the stock from many stocking, but this is actually happening to almost every blue chip Chinese stock lately because of the massive crackdown, because the massive for all the stocks. Let's check one. Let's check one. Okay, someone was asking about Baidu. Okay, you can see Baidu here. Okay, Baidu, the market cap is about like 55 billion. 55 billion. It's a big company. Okay, the Chinese version of Google, and the current price is about 154. And if you simply look at the historical chart from the monthly candlestick chart, you can draw a buffer with like two support line. One is at like about like 154, another is about like 149, something like that, to have a range here as the support, as the buffer support. If you for short-term trader, okay, and then you go into. And then you have a very close, very limited stop loss. Okay, you have very limited amount to lose. Okay, and then what's that? Analyst rating here. You can see like 30% of the analysts is rating to buy, and 53% of analysts is rating to buy, and 30% is for strong buy. So it's at over 80% is rating to buy out of 43 analysts. And what's going on for Baidu, BIDU, on TIPRANKS.com? You can see, you can see the like 15 analysts are rating to buy, and only one is rating to sell. And the 12 months upside potential is $370, and the 12 months downside potential is $156. Compared to the current price, 154. Once again, the current price 154 is even lower than the 12 months forecast low. So you can buy. You can buy anytime when the price is below 156, and you're gonna make money, in whatever in the next 12 months, and the chance is super high, and the upside potential, you can even make like 100% or even like over like 120% of the profit. By trading or by investing in this type of tech giant. Baidu, Chinese version of Google. Okay, so why the facts, why the figures here is so crazy? Once again, because recent crackdown to kind of like disturb the market, so kind of like disorder the market. So that's why I'm saying it's just the timing. It's just the timing. Why I didn't talk about this like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I just mentioned a little bit. Because right now, all the Chinese stock, all the Chinese tech giant, the Chinese blue chip stocks are bottoming. And why they are bottoming? Because they are cropping right now. And even Cathie Wu is cropped. And there are two major like reason for the pullback, for the recent crash of these Chinese stock. One is they just have to do the regulation. They just have to set up all the new regulation for like a reform to, you know, for their national policy, for their to improve their economic system and to improve their social system. Okay, so they just have to do this. But if they just have to do this, they would just pick a best time to do, right? Even though, I mean, right, they're not gonna be like you know, doing the the ban, the crackdown like anytime randomly, right? If they just have to do the crackdown, they will just pick a right and great time to do. And why it's this time? Because things like 2018, because of the US-China dispute, which we can see, we started seeing the trade war, the US-China trade war, the technology war, the political war. But right now, in the past half a year, if you are clear and smart enough, like a Wasteland just ask a question and have the comments. If you are smart and, you know, and conscientious enough, it's not hard to see it's a financial war. Because like half a year ago, Donald Trump was trying to delist and ban all the Chinese stock listing in the US, and you know, just making a lot of restriction, a lot of trouble for all those Chinese companies. And right now, in the financial war between US and China, China is fighting back. But of course, I mean, that's a game between the two biggest countries in the world, the two biggest economy in the world. So they're not gonna do like stupid, like brainless things. So if Chinese government really just have to do the crackdown and the regulatory reform, they will try to do them at the best timing to even benefit the government, the China government itself, to benefit those corporate insiders, to benefit to, I mean, of course not every Chinese people, but they try to reduce the negative impact to Chinese people as much as possible, and bring, I mean, and to have a long-term, mid-term, you know, positive impact. I mean, like a, you know, consequence. Okay, so but I mean, you know, that's a war, right? So when someone is trying to win, another one just have to lose. So you can see, because of the China crackdown and the pullback, the crash, who is winning, who is losing. Okay, it's a very interesting topic, and we can do more research into all the Chinese stock to see. Okay, and obviously Cathie Wu is losing. Cathie Wu was cropped. Cathie Wu is already been kicked out. I mean, Cathie Wu is just an example. It's probably the same thing for a lot of hedge fund manager, institutional investors from Wall Street. Okay, that's the thing. That's the thing I have heard. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing I have heard from a lot of discussion, talk with those connection in Hong Kong and Wall Street, from my previous experience. Okay, from those like private equity fund manager and the venture capital fund managers, you know. Sorry, the time is always limited again, and if my expression, if my content today is a little bit disordered, is a little bit messy, please forgive me. And because we haven't got enough time to cover all the things, and so in the next live stream or next short video, I will try to organize them to make them more concise and precise. But once again, we're like political neutral. Okay, we are. You probably think, oh, am I Chinese? I'm an Asian and all that. Okay, so I'm holding the Taiwan passport, and I'm also holding the U.S. passport, but I'm not holding the China passport. Okay, so whatever you would like to say or think. And my major goal is to, is hoping to like exchange and learn with everyone, to share and learn, to see how we can make some profit from trading investment in the stock market. No matter it's but of course we have focusing the US stock market. So we talk about the Chinese stock listed in US stock market. Okay. So okay, before we close, we let's see some more questions. Yeah, Taiwan number one. Yeah, Taiwan is great. Okay, Taiwanese are like, even though Taiwan is a small island, but like a lot of people living in the island, and everyone is very passionate, and everyone is very caring, and we have very convenience life, the traffic and everything here. Just a lot of great things. It's a beautiful place for those foreigner to visit someday. And so I hate China. Years ago I was hating a lot of people. Years ago I hate Chinese, I hate Taiwanese, I hate American, I hate everyone. So that's why I suffer a lot. That's why I just ran into a lot of trouble. So in recent years, especially in the time of disaster, 2020 and 2021, I have been learning to be more grateful and thankful, and just to kind of inspect to do some like to have more inspection about about myself, instead of like hating others, because hating will not make our life better. Hating will never will never bring us any fortune or happiness. Okay, hatred, anger will only bring us trouble and disaster. So that's the experience and the feeling I got the past few years. Okay, so I'm trying to love anyone. So I love American, I love Taiwanese, I love Chinese, I love Japanese, I love Korean, I love like European, I love Indian, I love everyone. Okay, I love cats and dogs and flies and whatever, cockroach. Okay, although I'm afraid of, I got scared as shit off by cockroach. Okay. Made in China. I haven't heard of the song Made in China, but I will check into that after a short video today. Okay, so I love every one of you, and thanks for your time and watching. And sorry, I'm not organized enough to talk about all the things, but I will make them like more organized and concise and precise in the live stream next one, and also the short video. And so it's Friday. Thanks guys, Friday again, and I really hope you have enjoyed the week so far, and I hope all of you will have a great and nice weekend. Just work hard and party hard and make a great money and enjoy happy life with your family and friends and your cats and dogs. Okay, so I will see you in the next one. Peace.